12 stands for local news. And now, from Arizona's #1 choice for local news, this is 12 News at 5.
Oh, you want to play with that?
It's been more than 7 hours since Caitlin's mom left her at daycare.
You're so silly.
But Mom has been looking in on Caitlin as often as she wants to without leaving work by logging into a website called KinderView.
The Rainforest Room is actually the 1-year-olds.
Mindy Nolde can do this in a matter of seconds from her desk at a Bank One office in Tempe.
And there she is. It's a number of seconds and then it just updates.
Mindy's 3-year-old Jacob is in another room with another camera.
There is no better peace of mind than to be able to sit here and just look and say, okay, they're all right.
Mill Avenue Preschool and Kindergarten pays for the internet service and offers it to parents at no extra charge. But there's tight control of access to the web cameras.
So if you want to do a login process, I have to know who you are in order to give you the cameras. Without that authorization, you can't just log on to the computer at any time to watch.
This system is one of the reasons Mindy brought her kids here.
I guess what I hope for is that in times to come that this is a system that's going to be available at more and more daycares.
1, 2, 3. This is Town Meadows Union Bank.
10-year-old Emily and her classmates are learning the ABCs of financial planning. Her money used to go in a secret place at home.
It was the pillowcase, but then the pillowcase started to get a little lumpy.
Money's better off than a bank account,
Crap, there's no pen.
where a teller can keep track of it.
I can't find a pen.
That's if a teller can keep track of it.
We have paper of all our customers that come and their account number. Do you have it?
It's not easy being a professional banker.
You can trust everybody that's working there because they just do everything that they need to do and they don't get nosy and say, so how much do you have in your bank now? So how much do you have now?
Kids this age would rather spend than save.
It's really important to learn how to save when you're young. So when we get older, we'll know that if we ever have an emergency and we are low on money, we always have a bank account.
Money doesn't grow on trees, you know.
My dad, whenever I want to go buy something, no, you need to save it for college. You'll thank me later. It's annoying.
But it pays to be penny wise, not pound foolish.
I've only been doing this for about 6 months and I already have like $200.
They're learning early it pays to invest in the future, once you find the right bank.
Thank you for coming to Union Bank. Have a good day.
Hey Tara, where's the bank bag?
Yeah, where's the money bag?
One wheel in the heel. It pops out so that they could wear them to school, the children can wear them to school, and not get in trouble with the teachers.
Just a few Valley stores have Heelys.
How much do those cost?
In the range from $89 to $109.
They don't ride like skates.
Well, it's kind of hard, but once you get like 5 minutes, it's pretty easy.
Another style has wheels in the toe and the heel.
You can ride them places you can't ride rollerblades, like in the mall and stuff.
And like any wheels under your feet,
you're going to fall.
Officer John Boyd is a safety expert with Phoenix Police.
The smaller the wheel, the harder it is to control, the harder it is to stop. The smaller the wheel, the smaller an object that it takes, such as these rocks here, to stop you.
A sidewalk seam can trip you, but a guy who sells Heelys says it's easy to stop safely.
If they get into any kind of trouble whatsoever, they just put their toe down.
Judging from sales, more Valley kids are asking parents for Heelys.
I asked them if I could have them, but they said no because they're too dangerous.
That's because her father is Officer Boyd.
You have to have a helmet on your head to protect your brain. A wrist guard, knee pads, elbow pads. Ideally, you want these on every single time those wheels come out.
Maybe if she promises to wear all that gear, Melissa still has hope.
I have not given up to ask my parents for Heelys.
Nobody ever listened.
Laura Bush felt right at home at this Montessori charter school. The former teacher and librarian says children and education would be her top 2 priorities as First Lady. This was the first stop of a very grueling day on the campaign trail. But when the going gets tough, she can always go to Barbara.
My mother-in-law does not give a lot of advice. I think she knows that daughter-in-laws probably don't want a lot of advice from their mother-in-law. But I've learned very much from watching her. Good morning, Officer Buckle.
But she says it's not easy juggling family life with the demands of a presidential campaign.
Well, I do the best I can at it. Probably not well enough, but anyway, I try to be home as many nights as I possibly can. Just because we feel like we can't leave our children for that long. This is a very important year for them, their senior year in high school.
But Laura Bush knows this is also a very important year for her husband, and that being the wife of a politician means being supportive despite the many sacrifices.
I think they're worth it. I do think they're worth it. I know George would make a great president.
We're gonna up to the office to get more mail for the other kids.
Okay, Nathan, make sure you check behind that flap and get them all. Even with all the email and computer magic going on today, I think kids still need to know the basics of how to address an envelope and addresses and return addresses.
119 Bobcat Road.
They're checking to see that every envelope has the correct address on it, at least a room number. You two are going to cancel the stamp.
Yeah.
It does take a lot of teamwork. They're really great about helping each other out. See the numbers on the envelopes? I have numbers on every bin.
We're putting the mail inside the boxes.
We're going to take this bin and we're going to go down this street. David, you can carry those. Okay.
I'm big.
Tim, what street are we going to?
Scorpion Street.
Scorpion Street. Good.
Wow, these teachers got a lot of mail. Right there.
What room number is this, David?
101.
101. Okay, would you knock on the door? Oh, okay, you do.
Oh my goodness, we've got mail. We've got mail for Taylor. Who doesn't enjoy getting mail? Makes everybody feel good.
Let's go see if Mrs. Blanchard is in, Scott.
Oh, thank you so much. Nice job, guys. Wow, I got mail. I'm going to read my mail that I got.
Dear Mrs. Blanchard, thank you for being a great principal. They're wonderful. They're great. And they get lots of practice with their writing skills.
It brings out the leader in some of the students that you didn't think was possible.
Is there any more paper?
We're writing our names on them.
This one's done. When the World Trade Center buildings got hit, our school wanted to help.
How many more feet do we have left?
For every $1 donated, we trace and cut these little feet and write the donator name on them.
The Roadrunner feet.
And then we hang them up around the cafeteria. Our goal was $1,000, but I think we're going to overachieve that.
A lot of feet to do.
The money goes to the relief fund for the Red Cross.
Well, I feel so sad. It's sick that people did this to us. I mean, I started crying.
It's really sad. Those little people. I always wondered if they had children in that building.
I think it's really great that we're actually helping somebody because it's a really hard time right now for people to go through.
It's really neat to know like we're making a difference and we're helping because there's not a lot kids can do.
Kelsey, can I see the stapler?
I hope it helps like the families cope with what's happening.
I also hope that the money goes to reconstruction of the buildings because I think that we should just keep the buildings and keep going on.
People go around their days and they kind of forget like how lucky we are to be free. We're really lucky.
Yes, we took it apart. We'll make them more feet.
After she laces them up,
how are the new shoes feeling, Sally?
Oh, they're great.
They're pretty
and stretches out.
Right now we'll do a few quarters just to kind of shake it out.
She's hard to catch.
She sets very high goals and goes after them with relentless drive.
Sally Meyerhoff is one of the best high school cross-country runners in the nation. Just last week, she turned in the second fastest time at a national competition.
78, 79, 80, good pace, right on the money there.
The Mountain Point senior can run a mean 3 miles. Her best time, 16:45. Running is her passion.
It's still relaxing for me. I can relieve stress, think about whatever I need to.
Seeing her lead the pack is a common sight. Her track record is impressive. Last year, she took first in the state championship. Her goal this year is a repeat performance.
The way she looks now, I have no doubts that she can do that.
Off the track, she maintains a 3.7 GPA and is being recruited by 5 top Division I colleges. The question now is, which one will catch her?
Rolling backpacks are being sold as a solution to the heavy loads many school kids carry around. Consumer Reports evaluated 8 of them, costing as little as $20 and as much as $90. Testers say before you spend a dime, check with your child's school.
Some schools have banned them because they're a tripping hazard.
Some rolling backpacks are too heavy and defeat the purpose. The fact is, these have to be carried sometimes too. One rolling backpack weighed in at 6 pounds. That's already half of what Kaylin Bresick should be carrying for her size. Here's all it would take to push her over the safe load limit.
Usually I carry a lot more. I carry about 2 binders, a few notebooks, and a few folders.
Children also have to be extra careful to tuck away the straps on these packs so they won't get caught in the wheels. During Consumer Reports testing, here's what happened when some were left dangling.
The wheels and the bottom here just tore it completely off. See, it just wore it right through, and now there's nothing left. Nothing you can do with that anymore.
Finally, before you buy a rolling backpack, have your child check it out. The handle should be long enough to let your child stand upright, and it should feel comfortable, too. C.J. Ward, 12 News.
Step by step, note by note, everything is in sync. The Arcadia High School Marching Band is 75 members strong.
Fantastic group of students, work really hard, totally selfless.
They show up for practice at odd hours of the day and night, not because they have to, but because they want to.
I love this. This is what I love doing. I love conducting, and I love listening to the music.
Make no mistake, Arcadia pride is alive and loud.
If you guys need to be watching, I want the downbeat and the step off.
Their slides, their glides, and their thumps are like a well-oiled machine, and their hard work doesn't go unrecognized.
Our football team salutes the band at the end of every game, which is something after 2 years I still can't get used to saying. It's amazing.
Students put on their game faces and get ready.
It's like a Backstreet Boys concert out there.
We're gonna see the Coyotes! But the Cool Coyotes field trip is about more than hockey sticks and hat tricks. Even though the letters are a little jumbled, students get the message loud and clear.
I never want to smoke if my life depended on it. Come on!
While students cheer on the Coyotes, they also do worksheets that explain the dangers of tobacco and why smoking just is not cool.
I think that's important that we give the kids these days something to do where they're not just hanging out in a street corner smoking cigarettes and getting into trouble.
Students love seeing the big guys in action.
One reason why we decided to work with the Coyotes is because kids look up to professional athletes.
For the players, it's a chance to change the lives of some of the youngest fans.
It might give some kids some incentive to go out and work hard and try to be the best person that they can be.
And they learn a life-saving lesson.
You can die from it, and I don't want to die.
But here's what I want you to do right now. Those of you that raise your hands, I want you to forget everything you've ever learned about the Stranger Danger program.
Frank Lambert knows someday one of these kids may need help, and their only hope will be a stranger.
Did you hear what she said to me? She said, "Can you help me? Can you help me?" We as parents sometimes teach you to be too polite. What we want to teach you here is to be demanding. Either grab my leg, my arm, whatever. Don't let go. Okay. Hold on tight, hold on tight.
Lambert takes this program to schools around the valley, teaching some things you might not think children would need to practice, like screaming.
Screaming is a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior. It's not something you do naturally.
He tells kids if someone grabs you, hang on tight to something big.
Hold on tight. Perfect. You see what she's doing? Chances are I'm going to get tired struggling with Kaylee.
No, that you're not. Escape School also offers a video that tells things like what a child could do in a kidnapper's car.
Now do both arms for me.
Lambert also teaches how to break a kidnapper's hold.
You're right. Perfect. What he's effectively doing is twisting my hand.
After the program, I tested some kids to see what they'd learned.
What if I had grabbed you like this?
It's a skill he might have to use someday. In fact,
I've done it.
Did you do it for practice, or did someone try to grab you?
Someone did try to grab me. This car pulled up, 2 people got out, grabbed me and my friend.
This is Eric, Jessica, and Sarah.
For Libby Peterson, everything is done in triplicate. 3 cribs, 3 pacifiers, and of course, 3 kisses. That's a lot of work. So Libby paid the nanny registry $325. In return, the registry promised to pre-screen and send Libby as many nannies as she needed. But she says only one nanny called in 4 months. Libby checked the nanny's references, a family that lived in nearby Chandler.
There were some questions surrounding some missing checks from their home, and they were suspicious that perhaps she was involved.
Of course, the nanny was rejected. When no more nannies called, Libby tried to get her money back.
Left another message and another message. Heard nothing. Finally tried to leave another message, and I was advised that the mailbox you're trying to reach is full and my phone call was disconnected.
That's when Libby called the troubleshooter team. We did some checking. Karen Hellman runs the nanny registry. The only business address is this mail drop in Gilbert. And we discovered Hellman lives just down the street from there. She ignored our phone calls, so we stopped by the house. We eventually caught up with Karen Hellman as she pulled into her driveway, but when she saw our camera, she backed up and took off. Since then, Hellman has disconnected her home phone.
What a big girl you are.
Libby says all she got for her $325 were empty promises and a lot of full diapers.
Big girl. Oh.
Dream town, I guess.
And when people in Guadalupe dream, they dream big.
25 years ago, the town felt the education could bring change to its people. The idea was planted that we ought to have a community college center here.
Guadalupe is a modest place, clothes dry on lines strung outside small homes. There's a dusty ball field some would say has seen better days, but the people who live here don't see it that way. They see tradition.
The town of Guadalupe is a very unique, very rich in culture, in language.
And neighbors with big hearts.
It does feel like family here. Everybody's related to one another here.
And though in some ways time seems to have passed this small community by, if you look, you'll see the signs of progress. The Guadalupe Center is a big part of it.
The college and all this is making the town look really beautiful.
But the college changes more than the cosmetics. It gives people a chance at an education they might otherwise never have.
I know it for sure because I've seen people come in and they wouldn't even have thought about twice about coming, but they enjoy it here.
A lot of them come in after having a few kids, girls, and they stay with the school because they enjoy it.
And it gives this special community an accomplishment to be proud of.
So we can really say that a dream has come true.
Provide for the recounts within the times in which recounts can be called for.
No matter where you look today, America was listening to the latest.
A lot of people, I don't think, really paid attention to politics until this has happened, and they're now kind of understanding how our whole judicial, our legislative, and elective process all works, and I think it's an education course for everybody.
What is the November 26th?
And it is an education. For the first time in history, the U.S. Supreme Court is stepping in to make decisions on a presidential race.
4,000 ballots today.
And adults are not the only ones that are interested in what's happening with this presidential election. In schools just like this across the valley, students have been glued to the television set to watch today's Supreme Court proceedings.
The First Amendment.
The reactions were mixed. Some believe the High Court should settle the situation.
You know, they can't get booted out for making a decision that is unpopular with everybody else. So, you know, it's a good thing we have the Supreme Court to be fair and unbiased.
Most of these students thought today's hearing showed voters don't count.
When Gore counted all the votes the first time around, he was ahead in the popular vote. And if the Electoral College is supposed to reflect what our vote is, why isn't he winning?
If our votes aren't going to be counted, then why even go out and vote? I think right now what's going on, I think it's a waste of time and money.
Hear this argument.
But when the hearing was over, many agreed it's America that's getting the bad end of the deal.
All it is a competition between these two guys, and the people are just left in the middle of it.
Heading into court, little Brandon probably didn't understand the importance of today, but his soon-to-be parents did.
I'm excited and I'm a little nervous.
Just an hour later, it was official. Brandon is now Ken and Becky's son.
This is just an awesome day for an awesome child. We're so grateful that God's given us this little guy.
Michael and Matthew and Hannah were all hurt by their natural mother, broken bones and bruised brains. But it was Brandon who suffered the most.
Brandon has cerebral palsy. He is cortically blind. He has a feeding tube now that was just put in just before Thanksgiving.
But he now has a family anxious to love him.
He gets a kick out of being a typical little boy, being roughed up by daddy, just laying on the floor and rolling over from side to side, and he gets this big grin, and once in a while a hee-haw comes out. Doesn't it?
It's hard to say just how much Brandon will be able to do as he goes through life, but he has 6 brothers and sisters and 2 parents who are anxious to help.
Whatever the case, we're going to take him as far as he wants to go and is capable of going. And that is exciting. It's just so exciting.
And just as Michael and Matthew will bring life to Lyle and Sandra, and Hannah will add spice to Ricky and Sherry, Brandon will change those around him as well.
What have I learned from him? That the simplest things bring joy.
So what did we learn today, guys?
Today's theme at Tech Kids Preschool, the letter S. As in shaker.
Is the cookie good?
And snacks.
Good, Marvin, good.
And smart thinking. You could use that word to describe 16-year-old Deborah Shea. The Mesa High School student was driving through Guadalupe one day when she got an idea. A free preschool for kids who might not otherwise get the chance.
By giving them the basics and the fundamentals, it gives them a better jumping, it gives them a jumping start.
Here's 1, 2, 3.
So counting on friends, she found the place, a social services agency, and the money through donations. Now all she needed was the kids.
Well, I ended up going to the Boys and Girls Club and standing in front of the building and just approaching parents.
From there, the preschool was off and swinging with playtime, snack time, dance time, and don't forget the learning. Here at Tech Kids, the learning is fun.
It's a great chance for us to be able to practice what we learn in school.
This is a really exciting event for us. We're just ecstatic, couldn't believe it. We went to the games and we're just happy to be here.
And for one glorious moment in the 9th inning the other night, when Gonzo's base hit dropped right out here behind this stage, you got to share that moment.
Just like to thank all you fans for making this possible.
But let me guarantee you something. We'll go to spring training, we'll work hard, we'll have the same determination as we did this year. Spring training starts in 98 days. We'll be back here again a year from today. Bob Brentley.
Longview School's cafeteria feeds hundreds of kids every day.
$3 to $3.50 for breakfast, up to $700 for lunch, and
Priority 1, safe, healthy food.
It's sanitary. It's no problem for them to get sick. It's very important to us.
Can you demonstrate hand washing for me?
County health inspectors visit cafeterias at least 3 times a year.
Cheese.
They check to make sure hot food stays hot, cold food stays cold.
In between 45 and 130 is called the danger zone. And that's when bacteria can multiply and could possibly get people sick with a foodborne illness.
A new rule limits contact with food.
You see they're wearing non-latex gloves. The other is they're using a scoop with a handle.
Cafeterias have an edge on safety. Much of the food is prepackaged, so the risk of contamination is lower and workers are regularly retrained. When there is a problem, they're quick to fix it. In December, inspectors found roaches in the kitchen at San Marcos Elementary in Chandler. The district told us bugs can live anywhere. They corrected the problem immediately. Health inspectors gave them a clean bill January 16th. Inspectors say serious problems are rare and parents should feel good about the food their kids are eating at school.
My personal opinion, it is a superb environment to eat. It is very safe.
Most of the dangers to a child home alone are not outside the house, they're inside.
The very first thing you need to do is make sure that you're going to leave them in a safe environment.
Make sure smoke detectors are working.
Then the child needs to know what the escape plan is, and you should go over that several times with the child so they know how they're going to escape. Stress that they need to get down and low and crawl out in case there's smoke involved.
Your child should know what's an emergency and what's not.
If they're having difficulty breathing, if they've cut themselves and the bleeding is not stopping, then those are situations that they would want to call 911 and get some help there immediately.
And for non-emergencies, put numbers to call by the phone.
Both parents' work numbers, if they're there, their cell phone numbers. Post if there's a friend that you trust in the neighborhood.
The kitchen has its own set of dangers. Don't let kids cook unless they know how to do it safely. Otherwise, your best option
is to prepare food ahead of time that your child can just eat freehand and they don't really need to prepare.
Set rules on what your child can do to pass the time.
Can they go out of the house while you're alone? Can they have friends over while they're alone?
I can play an hour on the weekends and 20 minutes on a school day.
And how do you prepare a child to be left alone?
The best thing to get a child prepared for being alone is to actually go through scenarios. And a lot of times the children fail.
Your child should keep a phone close to call 911 if there's an intruder.
Who is it?
Oh, listen, I'm a minister in this area. I just ran out of gas here. I was just wondering if I could use your phone for a second.
Our phones aren't working right now. Why don't you try the next door neighbors?
If someone at the door has an emergency, your child should call 911 for them.
They should never open the door.